Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new writing update. So, I think this is writing update number 4. So, I am also currently working with chapter 4 of AN. I realized something. So, in this chapter, as you can see, I already have drafted an entire page. I did this for I think 20 minutes na. And this is in the point of view of the love interest. So, I'm surprised that I have a lot more to say during his POV than our main character because from the past chapters, chapter 1 is our main character's POV and chapter 3, while chapter 2 and chapter 4 are our love interests. Seeing that I have a lot more words on the love interest's POV. And I don't know, it came naturally to me. Like, I really can see his thoughts and his emotions at the moment than our main character. During my brainstorm process, I think the main character is much more fleshed out or well fleshed out than our love interest. But as soon as I started drafting this one, it surprises me that I have a lot more to say about our love interest and I can see his backstory and the information that is not included in the page more clearly than the main character. And I like that it surprised me in that way because I want my characters to live their life. I don't know if that makes sense. This is one of the reasons why I love writing. So I've been writing since I was a child and in high school, more actively in high school. And I really love it when the characters makes the story their own. Like, yeah, the initial plot or the inciting incident or all of that was made by me, but the events that lead up to that and the events that happened after that, the actions and reactions of the characters were made by them. And I don't know if that makes sense. If you are a writer, please comment down below if you also have things like that. If you also have your characters kind of speaking to you what they want to do in the book or in the chapter or in a specific scene. And it actually gave me comfort or gives me comfort whenever characters or my characters do that because I feel like I am not alone in this thing. And it also made me confident in a way that there will be no such thing as writer's block because of that. Because the characters will have their own thing to do or say, and it's just up to me listening to them. And yeah, I think that is very comforting for me as a discovery plotter. um, I don't know yet if I am really a discovery plotter or is it discovery writing. I don't know. I'm just having fun right now. So, anyway, I'm really enjoying his chapter so far and his humor, the love interest's humor. As we go along this story, as we progressed, I find myself knowing a lot more of our love interest than our main character. And I think it's just that he speaks to me more in this one. So I don't know about the main character. I don't know what I'm going to do with her or am I just going to wait for her voice to finally tell her backstory and all to me. So yeah, I know the basics of her backstory and by that I mean the things that kind of lead us to the inciting incident and to why this story even started. But other than that, her past, I kind of, it's very blurry. While the love interest, his past is coming on to me like it's a previous memory, something like that. So it's very interesting to take note of that and to see that happening in my story. And my goal for today is to finish this one. I also created a writing tracker um, notes on my notebook. And it's only for the reason that I can see how many days I've worked with with not just this book but also my short stories. I put there the date and then which project I am working on and then the word count that I did. And the only thing or the only reason why I am doing a word count for my projects is because I want to see how much can I write in a day. I'm not timing it, but I just want to see for myself. I'm making this like an experiment and accountability. So I just want to see what my average in a day looks like. And this is also based on my pure wanting to write only. Like I'm not forcing myself to write if I don't want to, or if I am not in the mood, or if I feel like my creative juices aren't flowing that well. Last night I actually thought of a different book ideas, different short story ideas. So, it's very, how do I say this? It's very erotic in nature. The concept that I have think of, it's very interesting to me in a way that because I am a romance writer, right? So there are two things in romance that I think is necessary, or at least in my reading and in my writing I want there to be that, or I don't know if that sentence makes sense, but these two things I want to see in the romance books that I am reading, and I also want to incorporate in my own writing. So that two things are these steamy scenes and the emotional connection between our main characters and the love interests, so or all of the people involved in the romantic relationship. So I want to write or practice writing about that. So, and I also believe that writing steamy scenes or sex scenes or romantic scenes, whatever terms you like to call it, but I think that writing those scenes are also an art. Not all authors can do it well. So based from my experience, from what I have read before, there are some authors that are very good in writing sex scenes or steam scenes, but not good in other things such as characters, or what they call this, character arcs and world building or plot. But the sex scenes are very great. And then there are other authors wherein you can see or you can really feel the emotional connection between the main characters, but the sex scenes are kind of like it doesn't really do much. And then there are authors wherein they are great in both, they can do both, and those are usually my favorite authors. So Ruby Dixon, Wilsey Adams, Avida Vai. So there's a lot in there. So so anyway, if you want to know who are my favorite authors, definitely check out my booktube channel because I'm going to make a video about them. And yeah, so anyway, going back to the topic, I want to practice writing steam scenes or sex scenes, because I want to be great at it as well. I want my scenes or that scenes to serve its purpose when the readers read it. So I really want to make sure that they can connect with that. And then obviously I also want to work with the emotional connection between the main characters. So the reason why I'm talking about this is because last night I've thought about a concept. I don't really know how to talk about it yet because obviously I just brainstormed last night. It's not I still don't know the nitty-gritty details about it, but it's going to be something along the lines of smut without plot. So I'm planning to write those as a form of practice for me. The entire concept kasi is really, I don't know, it's kind of dumb, but it's really entertaining, at least from what I can imagine in my head. And it's making me laugh because it's really ridiculous. It's really dumb and ridiculous, but in a good way. And if I did it right, if I write the scenes well, or right, at least from my liking, I think it will also do what it's supposed to be. So I hope that will happen. And yeah, and I don't know. I'm really happy because I feel like I have the energy and the desire and the motivation to do this. It's just making me think back of the of my high school self enjoying writing, because writing really did save my life. And aside from reading, because writing and reading go hand in hand with me ever since I was a child. But I remember my high school self being happy and enjoying her life. And even though I know that back then my writing is kind of crap, I'm still posting it on what. Oh, by the way, I haven't told this. I'm also a Wattpad tita, kinda, because I started writing on Wattpad during its early days na. And though I stopped writing when I graduated high school and go to the university. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you on my next writing update. Bye bye.